Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to give introduction about optical fiber communication. We know that optical means light. So here, using light, we can transferring the information from one place to another communication. This is optical communication. Optical means light. We can transfer the information by using light. So here, fibers are required to guide the light waves to the receiver. Optical fibers are required to guide the light waves into the receiver. So, fiber optics deals with the study of propagation of light through transparent dielectric waveguides. The dielectric waveguide means fiber optics. And also, as compared to conventional communication systems, that means coaxial cables, the information carrying capacity of the optical fiber communication systems is very high. And also, it requires very greater carrier frequency, and also if the greater carrier frequency is needed, the available bandwidth is also high, and the information carrying capacity is also high. So the optical communication, the carrier frequencies are very high, operated with the very high frequencies as compared to conventional systems like coaxial cables and wired communication systems. Coming to historical development of optical communication systems, and the first generation of optical communication systems uses gallium arsenide semiconductor for designing a optical fiber cable, and the operating wavelength is about 0.6 micrometers, and the bitrate is 45 Mbps, and repeater spacing is 10 kilometers. So the first generation optical fiber cables are designed with gallium arsenide material, semiconductor material, and also bitrate is 45 Mbps. Repeater spacing is 10 kilometers. A repeater means just like an amplifier. Every 10 kilometers, in first generation, every 10 kilometers, it requires a repeater. The repeater will boost up the incoming signal. And second generation, the bit rate is increased up to 100 megabits per second to 1.7 GBs, gigabits per second. Repeater spacing is about 50 kilometers. In first generation, the repeater is required after every 110 kilometers, and second generation, the repeater is required after 50 kilometers. The operating wavelength is about 1.3 micrometer, and the material which is used to design in second generation is gallium arsenide phosphide. Coming to third generation, the bit rate is about 10 gigabits per second, and also repeater spacing is increased up to 100 kilometers, and the operating wavelength is also increased up to 1.55 micrometers. And then fourth generation, it uses in fourth generation the modulation technique uses WDM technique, wireless division multiplexing technique, and the bit rates are increased up to 10 TB, and also repeater spacing is greater than 10,000 kilometers, and operating wavelength is about 1.45 to 1.62 micrometers. Coming to fifth generation, in optical communication systems uses Roman amplification technique. Bitrate is 40 to 160 GBs. Repeater spacing is 24,000 kilometers to 35,000 kilometers, and operating wavelength is about 1.53 to 1.57 micrometers. These are the historical development of optical communication systems from first generation to fifth generation, how the optical communication system is enlarged from first to fifth generation. So, what is the need of optical communication system? As compared to previous coaxial cable systems or any other systems, it is a long haul transmission systems, low loss transmission medium. The losses are very low because we are using a optical fiber cable here, and also there is a need of compact and least weight transmitters and receivers. There is need of increased bitrate distance product. A fiber optic communication system fulfills these requirements and is most widely accepted. Next, coming to basic block diagram of optical communication system. The main elements of optical communication system are information source, that means message origin, modulator, and a carrier source, and a channel coupler, and also repeater, optical detector, amplifier, processor, signal processor. Here the main important blocks are three blocks: transmitter block and channel and receiver. Transmitter block, channel, receiver. In transmission block, we are having modulator, carrier source, channel coupler. Receiver block, we are having optical detector, amplifier, and signal processing unit. Here, the message origin means it is information source. The information may be voice or images or any text video. In modulator section, the information which is coming from information source is converted into an electrical signal, and the electrical signal is passed over the passed to carrier source. Here in carrier source, we are having two carrier sources, laser diode and LED. These two carrier sources provide stable and single frequency waves with sufficient power for long distance communication. So here LED and laser are two carrier sources, two optical sources to generate the light waves. And then next, channel coupler. Channel coupler means the coupler is used to provide power required to transmit to the channel. That means coupler feeds the power into the information channel. The coupler must efficiently transfer the modulated light beam from source to optical fiber. And also, the coupler design is important for the part of fiber communication system because of possibility of higher losses. In channel coupler, lenses are used for collimating the light emitted by source and directing this light towards the receiver. Here, a channel coupler is a lens used for collimating the light emitted by the source and directed towards the receiver. Next, what is information channel? Information channel means here we are using fiber optic cable for transmitting of information from transmitter to receiver. The cable means it is designed with a glass or plastic fiber in the channel. The characteristics of this fiber is low attenuation and large light acceptance cone angle, and also The optical amplifiers boost the power levels of weak signals, and amplifiers are needed in very long links to provide sufficient power into the receiver. And then repeaters can be used only for digital systems. They convert weak and distorted optical signals to electrical ones, and then regenerate the original digital pulse trains for further transmission. Next, optical detector. The light energy which is coming from transmitter is reached at the receiver. The first block in the receiver section is optical detector. The optical detector is used to convert optical signal into light signal. Sorry, optical signal into electrical signal. So here optical detectors are usually used as photo detector. The optical detector which is used to convert light energy to electrical energy is photo detector. The current developed by the detector is proportional to the power in the incident optical wave. Detector output current contains the transmitted information, and the important properties of photodetectors are small size, economy, long life, low power consumption, high sensitivity to optical signals, fast response to quick variations in the optical fiber cable. And the next block is signal processing. The signal processing includes filtering, amplification, and proper filtering maximizes the ratio of the unwanted power. Next, message output. The electric forms of the message emerging from signal processor are transformed into a sound wave or visual image. Sometimes these signals are directly usable when computers or other machines are connected through a fiber system. And next, coming to once again, I explain diagram. The block diagram section, we're having three parts: transmission section, information channel, and third one is receiver section. In transmission section, we are having information source, the information which is images or videos or any text image, the information which is passed through the modulator. In modulator section, the information which is coming from the information source is converted into electrical signal. The electrical signal which is passed through the carrier source. In carrier source, a laser diode, uh, a laser diode or a LED is used as a optical transmitters. And in the channel coupler section is used to provide the power required to transmit the channel. Coming to the repeater. Repeater means it is just like an amplifier used to boost up the signal while traveling to the long distances. Coming to the receiver section, optical detector, it again converts the optical signal into, that means light signal, into electrical signal, and amplifies the electrical signal, and then signal processing unit having different amplifications and different filtering sections. So finally, the message output, the electric forms of a message is converting into the original form here. Coming to advantages of the optical fiber communication system.
wide bandwidth. Because of the wide bandwidth, we can transfer the more information. The frequency range is also very high. Low losses. Fiber optic cable offers very less signal attenuation over long distances. Typically, the attenuation is about 1 dB per kilometer. This enables the longer distance repeaters between the repeaters. Immune to crosstalk. Fiber optic cables are very high immunity to electric and magnetic field. Since fiber cables are non-conductors of electricity, hence they do not provide any magnetic field. Thus, fiber optic cables are immune to crosstalk between the cables and magnetic induction. Immune to interference. Fiber optic cable immune to conductive and radiative interference caused by electrical noise sources such as lightning, electric motors, fluorescent lights. Next, lightweight. As fiber cables are made of silica glass or plastic, which is much lighter than copper or aluminum cables. Lightweight fiber cables are also cheaper to transport. And also, optical fiber communications cables are small size. The diameter of fiber is much smaller compared to other cables. Therefore, the fiber cable is small in size, requires less storage space. And then more strength fiber cables are stronger and can be support to more weight. And coming to disadvantages of communication systems, disadvantages of optical communication system: high initial cost. The initial cost of installation of optical fiber communication is very high, and also the maintenance and repair cost also very difficult, and also cost is very high. If any problem occurs, that means any joint needs the test procedures and the joining procedure is very costly and it requires skilled manpower. Tensile stress. Optical fiber cables are more susceptible to buckling, bending, and tensile stress than copper cables. This leads to restricted practice to use optical fiber technology to branches and floor backbones with the few interference to copper cables. Short links even through the optical fiber cables are inexpensive. It is still not cost effective replaced by every small conventional connector. Example between computers and peripherals. As the price of optoelectric transducers are very high. Fiber losses, the amount of optical fiber available to the photodetector at the end of the fiber length, depending on the various losses such as scattering losses, dispersion losses, attenuation losses, and reflection losses. These are the different losses in the optical fiber cables. And coming to applications of optical fiber communication using telephone networks and also urban broadband service networks, etc. And this is the basic introduction about optical fiber communications. Once again, I repeat that optical communication means it's a light wave communication using light energy. Using light, we can transfer the data between one point to another point. The light can be traveled through the fiber only. The fibers are here. The fibers are main role in optical fiber communication.
and the fibers are designed with glass or plastic. And also in optical fiber communication system, the carrier frequencies are very high because the optical systems are used to carry more information. The bandwidth is also very high. And also need of optical communication. Need means it has low losses, and also it is useful for transmitting the long distances. And also some of the advantages like that, less weight, like that. And also disadvantage is high cost. And also here the block diagram is optical fiber communication system. I explain the block diagram with three important blocks: transmitter, information channel, and a receiver. And advantages and disadvantages. Okay, thank you everyone.